Tony Pulis has left Stoke City Football Club. He'd been in charge at the Premier League club for 7 years and was the longest-serving manager in the Midlands.
The 55-year-old told the club he felt the time was now right for him to go. Dan Pallett has the details.
The final whistle. Stoke City have taken the 3 points. They've hit the 40.
He's been the most successful Stoke City manager for a generation, but that hasn't been enough to save his job. Tony Pulis has kept Stoke in the Premier League for the last 5 seasons, but he told us on Friday that the job doesn't get any easier.
It's been a very surreal season in lots of respects. I think they get harder because I think the expectations from people around become more demanding, but that's life.
The boos are reverberating around the Brit.
Stoke have won just 4 of their last 18 league games, and today he left the club. But nobody's been more frustrated than him.
The disappointing thing is having started the season so well or got to Christmas with the points tally that we got, to have fallen away was disappointing.
But there have been much happier days. Pulis led Stoke to the Premier League with promotion in 2008. And in 2011 they reached their first ever FA Cup final, losing 1-0 to Manchester City. The following season they also reached the last 32 of the Europa League. Today fans have been surprised by his departure.
I was shocked, but I wasn't completely surprised because it's been coming for a while.
I think he's done a good job for the club and that got us in the Premier League. He's just had one bad season. A little sad, so I think he was a good manager for us, got us into the Premier League, secured us there. I met him as well when I ran the Olympic torch. He was a really nice guy.
Tony Pulis has always been proud to be the manager of Stoke City, but his 7th season has proved to be his last. Dan Pallett, BBC Midlands Today.
And Ian Winter joins us now live from Britannia Stadium. So, Ian, what's been the reaction there to the departure of Tony Pulis?
Well, David, when Tony Pulis woke up this morning, he was the 2nd longest serving manager in English football. But 7 years is a long time and nothing lasts forever. So what is the reaction? Let's just talk to Terry Conroy, who is a legend here at the club, still watches the team regularly. What was your reaction, Terry?
Shocked and saddened, Ian, by the news, because we knew since Christmas results hadn't been great and there was mutterings around the place, but internal problems arise at every club, as you know. And we just felt that in the off-season these would have been discussed and moved on to a new season. But as I say, sad that Tony's gone, because I think the job he's done here at Stoke has been fantastic.
Well, I was going to say, what will his lasting legacy to Stoke City be?
Well, I mean, you know, I've looked through the bad times at Stoke from the 80s when you know, we were playing the likes of Hartlepool and Bradford. No disrespect to them, but you know, we've come after 23 years in the wilderness. Tony's took us up. And I think every Stoke fan has a debt of gratitude to Tony for what he's did, because in communication, in tandem with Peter Coates, I mean, as you mentioned, they were a great team.
Who would you like to see then, in a word, as the next manager of Stoke City?
Well, there's 3 or 4 candidates being bandied around, Ian, and to be honest with you, I was as much in the dark as you are, and I wouldn't like to put my neck on the block and mention one in case he doesn't get the job.
Brilliant. OK, Terry, thanks very much indeed. It's been a match made in heaven between Stoke City and Tony Pulis for the last 7 years. Now it's all eyes on the future. It's bound to be a hot topic of debate on the BBC Radio Stoke breakfast show in the morning.
It will indeed be, Ian, and BBC Radio Stoke are on air now with a praise and grumble special with reaction to the departure of Tony Pulis, and they'll be taking calls until about 7 o'clock this evening. And as Ian said, there'll be more on tomorrow's breakfast show as well.